Well, I was gonna start this video on my face down in my campsite, but these gnats, I don't even know, can you see the gnats flying around in front of the camera? Oh my God, these gnats. It's from, see all that water, standing water there? There's gnats and mosquitoes and stuff in there. Oh my God, they're driving me insane when I'm down there. I'm keeping them out of the camper somehow, mostly, but I can't just like sit at the picnic table and enjoy the campsite. It literally drives me nuts. Anyway, I didn't even turn this on to tell you that, but I'm being swarmed right now. So I'm going to go back into the... Oh, I forgot my keys. Darn it. Oh, okay, so I got my keys. And I'm walking back up here. I still have about an hour left in my shift on Monday. Technically, I'm supposed to go and make my deposit right after this shift before 2:30. And, but I don't have the supplies I need to do such a thing. And I called my boss and asked him if he was going to bring them, and he said theoretically someone was going to bring them. But that if they did not, that not worry about it, we'll just do it tomorrow or whatever, next day. So, oh my goodness. So, yeah, I was reviewing all this video footage that I have taken this last week. You know, thinking that these were the videos that I was going to post today, theoretically, or whatever. And, they were so just like boring and bleh. It's just me driving around, ranting and raving about different things and losing my breath and not being able to finish a story. And so I thought, well, you know, I've watched the videos, so I know what I was trying to convey, so why don't I just make a new video and just convey those thoughts. So here we go. Not wearing my volunteer shirt today. I got it all wet yesterday during a thunderstorm. My tarp got full of water on one side. I wasn't here, I was gone, so I wasn't actually in the storm. I arrived to find my tarp all full of water. And it was so bad, I couldn't even pull into the carport because it was this giant bubble of water on one side was literally stopping me from backing in. And so I had to get out and push and push and push and use a stick and pull on the edge trying to get it to cut. It was, oh, I must have been doing that for 45 minutes with the engine running, thinking, oh, it's going to come any second. And the whole time it's dripping and draining and drawing all over me, and man, I was soaked. So my volunteer shirt is all sopping wet, and it needs to be washed anyway. So I thought, well, I mean, they know they only gave me one shirt, so you know, what are you gonna do? Anyway, so I'm not wearing that. I'm just wearing my regular clothes. And so last week on Monday, when I went to take my, I went and I took my words. I went and I took my deposit. Actually, I think it was the next day. It doesn't really matter. You don't care. Anyway, I went to DeWitt last week. And I found, because I had found this coffee shop, 420 and Turnrow. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful coffee shop. I was kind of in shock to find such a regular, you know, millennial-esque coffee shop in the middle of DeWitt, Arkansas, where, I mean, they don't even have a McDonald's. And not that I'm looking for, I mean, kind of, you're going to get some cheap coffee there that's halfway decent. I mean, for cheap coffee, you know what I'm saying? But, anyway, yeah, there's nothing into it. There's a Sonic, there's this coffee shop, I think there's a Dollar General, and there's a Kroger that's like 1,000,000 years old, and a Piggly Wiggly. You know, a couple of gas stations. There's just like nothing there. There's a very pretty downtown. It's not even as nice as Magnolia, but it's similar. And I think I did videotape driving downtown, I believe, heading to the coffee shop. So I've missed that. I have to find that. And so I can throw some different little things on here, some little clips. There's a clip, I think, of me making some weird food that I made, and driving into the thing. I think I'm just gonna mash together some driving videos and make them, speed them up, because there are just a lot of boring rambling and whatnot. But this 420 in Turnrow coffee shop, I did want to give a plug to them because it's just beautiful. It's right here in the middle of DeWitt, in the middle of nowhere. And it's, you know, has your standard coffee drinks available. They don't have half and half, or they don't seem to have half and half, because when I asked for cream, they gave me what I believe was milk. And usually that would have been very disappointing to me, but at the time I just decided not to worry about it. And I imagine, you know, usually in a nice coffee shop you're going to have half and half, but I imagine that the majority of their clientele is just fine with milk, and they don't know what a brevet is, and so they're fine. I think it's fine. Anyway, it's a beautiful coffee shop, and I was about to tell this story, but I had totally lost my breath. My bronchitis is finally getting better, but I'm still coughing, so excuse me if I cough. But as I was trying to tell this story before, I suddenly just couldn't even breathe, and I just had to shut the video off and couldn't even talk, and then I never did get back to telling the story. So that's one reason why I wanted to tell this story in this video, because this is really cool, or interesting. Anyway, so there was a guitar in the corner of the coffee shop, and there was like a set list, looked like a set list that was tucked into the strings, and a couple of picks. So I wasn't sure if it was actually just a prop. It looked like, you know, a singer-songwriter kept his guitar there to play. Or maybe he was going to play in a while, you know, something like that. And so I went to the counter and I asked the girl that was working there, and I said, "Do you guys have music at nights, or, you know, what's up with the guitar?" She says, "Oh, well, we used to, but we can't anymore." And I was like, "Why? What do you mean you can't?" And she said, "Well, we were having these really nice music shows, and local bands would come and play, and lots of people would come from the town, and it was really nice. And then we started getting these letters saying that we had to get licensed and pay thousands of dollars to have music. And we thought that we didn't take it seriously at first, so we thought, you know, we just stopped advertising shows. And then we would still get letters, and they would say that you had a show on such and such a date, at such and such a time," and it was right, we had someone playing. And they just wanted thousands of dollars, and they kept threatening us, and so we had to stop. And I thought, isn't that awful? And I think I know what they're talking about, because I learned about this when my youngest was a singer-songwriter. I can't remember. You probably know. Somebody knows. Somebody put it in the comments. But there's an organization that you can license your music with, and then if that music is played somewhere, then you get a royalty for it. Even if you go and play your music somewhere, then you can ask for that royalty. And we never did that. I mean, it was kind of expensive for us. I mean, we were really, super low income we are. So even, $50 to license her whole album, I just never could come up with $50, for that purpose. And I just couldn't justify it. And I thought to myself, she's not really playing in places that I want this company harassing for royalties. It didn't make sense to me. And it's not like somebody's going to play her music somewhere else where she's going to get royalties. So it just didn't seem like the right thing to do. It didn't seem appropriate for what we were doing at the time. And so behind me is one of the maintenance guys driving by on a tractor. Well, it's not a tractor, it's a scooper, with the big scooper thing. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, he distracted me. Yeah, so it wasn't appropriate for us to do that, so we didn't do that. And it got me to thinking that maybe one of the bands that they had there had been advised to license their music, and so they were probably posting somewhere that they had played this show and that show and the other show, And so that was probably how that happened, is what I'm guessing. But it got me to thinking that I'm really glad we never did that, because, finding venues to play as a small singer-songwriter is hard enough. And then to have companies like this literally there's no live music in DeWitt. There was live music for a minute in DeWitt, and now there's not. And there never will be again. So is this is that what we want? Really? That doesn't sound right. How small-minded for a company to act this way. I don't understand. I understand that technically music is copyrighted, and technically if you're going to use music, then you need to pay the royalties on it. On the other hand, as an artist, and I am a songwriter, and I do have my name on songs that I've written that are published on my daughter's album that we both hold the copyright on. As an artist, if a singer-songwriter came up and loved her music and was playing it in coffee shops or wherever and saying, I heard this girl Maxine Meyers sing this song and I just loved it and I wanted to sing it for you. Well, my God, what a compliment. Do I need to get, 2-cent royalty on the $12 that she makes busking that day, or the $20 that she gets as a meal for playing it? No, we don't care about that. We don't care about that. I don't know that any artist really cares about that. Really? And I feel like this is a travesty that needs to be rectified somehow. That there needs to be some kind of, lower or upper limit that this is not an issue. You know what I'm saying? Really think about that. There was live music in DeWitt, Arkansas for a little while, and now there is not, and there never will be again because of that company harassing this coffee shop. And asking for, thousands of dollars to license them as some sort of venue so that a few local garage bands and cover bands and singer-songwriters could come in and play some live music. What is that? That doesn't even make there's no economic sense in that. There's no sense in that. None at all. So that's my rant. And I did want to tell you that story, but 420 in Turnrow is a beautiful coffee shop. And if anyone has a workaround for that they would like to contact them in DeWitt, Arkansas, and tell them about, I think it would be a great idea. Of course, I'm assuming that anybody is watching this video, but anyway, so I'm going to put together some stuff and add it to this little rant of mine and see if I can come up with some kind of a decent video that I'm going to upload today or tomorrow or whenever the next time I go to DeWitt. So, and I'll do it at 420 in Turnrow, which is a beautiful coffee shop. And if you're ever in this area of the country, the Delta of Arkansas, you should visit because it's really nice. And Marisack Lake as well is also beautiful, just beautiful. And we have alligators here, which is blows my mind. I had no idea there was alligators in Arkansas before I came here. You can't get a signal anywhere around this lake unless you have, I mean, the rangers have got signal because they've got boosters in their trucks, and they also have, one of them was telling me that, oh, I can't remember the name of it, the prepaid cell company that he used, that he's got great roaming, and so, because there are cell towers around here. It's not like there aren't any cell towers. I'm really annoyed with Verizon because according to the Verizon map, I should have service here, but I don't. I have no service here. Everyone, I mean, there's like 2 spots in the park where I might be able to send a text, maybe. And like yesterday, I had to send like 10 texts, like the same text like 10 times before it would actually go when I had 2 bars on LTE, whatever that means. So that was annoying. And thinking about having a word with Verizon, I mean, like what that's gonna do. I don't know. Anyway, I did have an emergency yesterday where, I mean, it was building up, but it occurred yesterday where I needed gas. I had no gas. I mean, I literally had no gas. And I couldn't get a hold of anybody, and I don't get my check until, you know, the 3rd of the month, and today is the 20th of the month, so I'm pretty darn broke. Volunteering is not profitable. It's makes you feel good, and you know, I did the campsite and the electricity, which that's awesome, and water, but yeah, gas. I'm supposed to be driving around this park twice a day, and it's 2.8 miles if I don't turn around and go back and forth doing something. But so that's, you know, basically 3 miles twice a day, 6 miles a day, plus going to the post office once a week, which is 9.6 miles, so that's 10 miles back and forth, so that's 20 miles, so that's, you know, it's enough to need a tank of gas every week or so. And I didn't realize this. I didn't realize it was going to take that much gas. So I'm kind of stuck here, and I ended up having to text my friend and ask for a loan, $30 to put gas in the truck, and I was kind of hoping that $30 would fill it up, and then it didn't fill it up because gas price was $2.69 for the nearest gas station, which I had to drive 16 miles to on E, which was scary. It was scary because I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna run out of gas, and I don't even have roadside assistance anymore. Thank you, Verizon. Thank you, Progressive. And I was just terrified, but I made it. But it didn't fill my gas tank. It didn't even get me a full 3/4 of a tank. $30 was under 3/4 of a tank. So, wow, this is, you know, stressful. I wish that I did have more subscribers by now, like I should have been being more proactive with my channel, because I would love to say I have a Patreon account, and if you would like to help me keep gas in my car, but I don't because I don't have enough subscribers or anybody to ask, you know, for that sort of support. I do have my book that I'm selling, and that is History of My Heart. It is available on Amazon. If you buy it on Amazon, I only get like $5 or $6, I think, for the book. If you buy it from me, I can drop ship it to you. And I get, you know, more of the profit. And if you'd love to have a copy of my poetry book, History of My Heart, I would love to send it to you. I do have copies here with me, and I can mail them to you. So that's $15 plus $3 shipping and handling, and you can put a message in the comments, or you can go to my website, Victoria-Stewart-Meyers, M-E-Y-E-R-S, .square.site, and you can order the book right there. And that would help me keep gas in my truck. That would be awesome if you wanted to do that. If you're watching my video and you feel sorry for me and you would like to buy me a tank of gas or even part of a tank of gas, this is my shameless ask. You can PayPal to me at VictoriaOnTheRoad @gmail.com. My PayPal.me is PayPal. I'm not sure how that goes. PayPal.me /VictoriaOnTheRoad. I'm pretty sure. I'll put the links in the description. Anyway, like, I don't really expect anybody to do such a thing, but man, if you do like my videos, you find any value, and you'd like to help me out with some gas money for the summer, that would be awesome. Buy a book. That'd be great. Anyway, so I'm going to put all this together. I'm going to get it uploaded. You're going to like it. It's going to be great. So, peace. I'm Victoria.
Try to keep myself safe. I drink my coffee.